And good afternoon, baseball fans. Back here in Sebring, Florida for Game 2 of our doubleheader here in the Ozone division. Here on JockJive.com, Jason Thompson bringing you the action here with the host, Sebring, the lone undefeated left in the tournament, taking on Okeechobee. Sebring will be the visitors on the scoreboard, wearing their blue tops with the white pants, white letters and numbers. This will be the lineup that'll be facing Okeechobee pitcher Hunter Daniels. 3 is Benny Bakar, the shortstop. 23 is Clayton Evans behind the plate. 9 is Rhett Vaughn at third. 64 is George Sebring. 21 is Jamari Welch in center field. 00 is Dalton Todd. 35 is the pitcher Donovan Lusby. 13 is Brody Green. 2 is Trevor Carter in right field. 42 is the second baseman Jaden Garrett. 4 is Chase 70 in left field. And number 11 is Austin Joyner at first. The manager is Will Sebring. Colin Evans, Wes Vaughn, the assistant coaches. Again, that lineup again is Bakar, Evans, and Vaughn. Sebring, Welch, and Todd. Lusby, Green, and Carter. Garrett, 70, and Joyner. Defensively for Okeechobee, wearing their white tops with the purple letters and numbers, and the purple hats with the white O on the hat. The infield from left to right, from third to first, will be number 24, Juan Tiarina. 21 is Blaine Boyer. 13 is Karis Johns, and 2 is Caden Whitten. The outfield from left to right, number 3 is Caleb Cruz, 7 is Trace Ellerby, number 9 is Dakota Vargas behind the plate, number 19 is Zyron Flores, and on the bump is number 10, Hunter Daniels. Willie Hall, the manager, Gino Vargas, Gene Daniels, the assistant coaches. First pitch at 12:59 is a ball to Benny Bakar. The number you see on the screen, and this is for today only, folks, the text line to text those shout-outs to is 850-380-7267. Again, that's today only, as I'm going to head back to the AAA field tomorrow. Strike call to Benny Bakar, B-E-N-Y-B-I-K-A-R. The 1-1 pitch is low for ball 2. I understand a good number of these kids were on the very first World Series champion machine pitch team. Jock Jive was there. It was in Texarkana, Arkansas. The 2-1 is swung on, ground ball, long run for the shortstop, can't get to it. That's going to be a base hit. Would have been a tough play for the shortstop Boyer anyway. Leadoff single for Clayton Evans. Before that, the way that division, the AA division, worked is that they had 3 regional tournaments where the top 3 or 4 teams from a 3 or 4 state pod would go to various regions and play, and then they started the World Series play in this division in 2014. Sebring, the first World Series champion, bluffs the throw over to first, which, if you haven't heard on this field, is totally impossible to see with the overhang of the dugout roof. That is swung on and fouled back by Evans as Bakar was off on the pitch. Sebring, an 8-0 winner over East Lakeland on Saturday. Then on Sunday it was 11-1 in 4 innings over Spring Hill American. Then Monday, 8-3 over Spring Hill National. Spring Hill American already through to the championship round. They beat Spring Hill National 4-0 earlier. Chopper through the 5-6 hole, and that's a base hit. So the host off to a strong start with a pair of singles.
Number 9, Rhett Vaughn.
As 9, Rhett Vaughn. We have a shout-out, not on the text, but on a napkin. It says, shout-out to Rhett Vaughn from Grandma Crisp, who is working one of the other fields here as either pitch counter or scoreboard keeper, so she wanted to get that shout-out, so we got that one done. She hopes grandson is going to get a hold of one here. It's a 12-year-old that could easily pass for 15 or 16 from the size of him. Snap throw over to second, and a head-first slide. He's back in, Bakar. Bakar with a single, Evans with a single for Sebring. Bakar with a nice-sized lead there, about a 3-step lead. He's 3 feet away from being out of the dirt circle and into the grass. Throw back over, and a head-first slide. He's back safely. The infields here in Sebring are predominantly grass. There's dirt. Big circle at second. Then on the corners, of course, the pitcher's mound's of dirt with about an 8-foot swath between pitcher and home. The pitcher's mound and home plate. The pitch swung on and hit well to left center field. The left fielder is going to watch it fly. A 3-run homer. He took about 3 steps and said, I'm not going to get to that one. And just like that, Sebring on top, 3-0. And the thing was, he didn't even look like he got all of it. He just got a good swing on it and it just flew. And still nobody out.
Now batting
As George Sebring to the plate, number 64. Rhett Vaughn will get that home run back at the end of the game. Get put in a plastic case and signed by DYB officials. The pitch to Sebring, up and in for a ball. One of them, Tony Smith, the state director here in Florida. I want to congratulate him as he became a grandfather for the second time early this morning. Grandchild number 1 is with us. He, and now he has a she. The pitch, low into the dirt. And from what I understand, Tony's wife's birthday is today, so that's one happy grandma today. Best birthday present you can get right there. As the grandson is really taking a liking to the big bucket of cheese puffs up here. The pitch is a ball low. Count 3-0. If you're Okeechobee, this is not the start you wanted. Still nobody out. And still some big bats coming. The pitch low and away, 4-pitch walk. So if my math is correct, Sebring has 3 World Series championships going back to 2010. As Jamari Welch, the center fielder, boy, another humongous 12-year-old.
Number 21, Jamari Welch.
I was told before the start of the broadcast, this is his first year of organized baseball, as football is his primary sport, and you could see why if we weren't audio only today. It's got the bright orange batting gloves. Pitch from Daniels, up and in for a ball, throw down to second, and he'll be safe on the stolen base. Jamaree, Jamari Welch. He takes a pitch low for ball 2. Sebring had a group of players that won a World Series in 2010 in AAA, Ozone in 2011, and then finished runner-up the year after that. And the pitch to Welch, low and away, ball 3. George Sebring is the only Sebring player unable to pitch days. He pitched 59 pitches yesterday. Caleb Cruz threw 76 yesterday for Okeechobee. He's the left fielder. Outfielder's playing awfully deep. The center fielder, Ellaby, looks like he's about 2 steps from the track. Cruz in left is about maybe 4 or 5 steps from the track. Same with the right fielder, Dakota Vargas. The 3-0 taking all the way. That's a strike. Again, a 3-run homer by Rhett Vaughn. His grandmama hating it she missed that. She can go back and listen to the archive later. The 3-1 to Welch. Swung on and ripped into left center field for a hit. That'll go all the way to the fence. That's going to be at least 2. Welch will slide in safely with a double. And it is 4-0. And I believe Welch may have came off the bag after he slid safely in, and he's going to be tagged out.
Now batting 00, Dalton Todd.
But he does get an RBI to make it 4-0. as Dalton Todd 0-0 to the plate. There is no wind to be seen out in the flags out in center field. The pitch outside for ball one. According to the Weather Channel, it is 91 degrees with a heat index of an even 100 degrees. And the Sebring bats are just as hot here in this top of the first. 4 hits, including a 3-run homer. The pitch up and in, and it hit him. It hit Dalton Todd. So another base runner for the pitcher, Donovan Lusby, who's working with a 4-0 lead and hadn't thrown a pitch.
Now batting, number 35, Donovan Lusby.
As the pitcher, Daniel, steps off and looks the runner back to first. The first pitch to Lusby is a strike called, throw down to second. He'll be safe on the stolen base. At least now we can see the runner at second. As we mentioned earlier, the big overhang to our left, to our right, big white roof, protecting the fans from the sun, is also protecting us from seeing first base. The pitch to Lusby takes upstairs, and that's 1-1. Again, a 3-run homer by Rhett Vaughn. RBI double by Jamari Welch. Has the host team up 4-0 here in the top of the first. In case you're wondering, the home and visiting teams are determined before the tournament even starts. They go game by game and fill them in. That's why Sebring's the visitors in this game and not the home team as you would expect them to be. You're working on only 3 fields today now. We had 1 game in the AAA division over on field 2, which is my field, the one I've been on all tournament. Now we have 1 on each age group. That is a ground ball. The shortstop has it over to first in time. That'll go 6-3. Boyer to Whidden as Dalton Todd takes third on the play. 2 down here in the first. Brody Green will be the 8th batter of the inning.
13, Brody Green.
Again, Dalton Todd was hit by a pitch. Stole second, moved to third on grounded out, swung on and fouled back. Again, it's Bakar, Evans, Vaughn, Sebring, Green, Garrett, 70, and Joyner were apparently all members of that 2014 World Series team. The first ever World Series team, they won it in the machine pitch division. The pitch swung on and hit down the left field line and just fouled by about 1.5 feet. Would have been a double and a 5-0 lead as Brody Green, with a smile on his face, saying, "I just missed it." We notice Caleb Cruz starting to hug that left field line a little more now, as Daniel steps off for Okeechobee. Okeechobee lost 6-4 to Spring Hill National and has won an elimination game over East Lakeland 8-5. This is only their 3rd game. Interesting, only 6 teams in the Ozone State Tournament. I believe we had 10 or 11 in the majors, which was won by Mariana. The pitch. Did it hit the bat? No, he's going to be safe. Todd must have tipped off the glove. Didn't know if it hit the bat or the back of the batter, Brody Green. And that'll make it 5-0 Sebring here in the first. Just thinking I would love to see that Mariana team take on this Sebring team. Mariana is going to be the state champs in the majors division. The pitch swung on, foul back. Both teams, Mariana and Sebring, have a handful of players that look like they're high school age or high school size anyway. 1-2 to Brody Green. Again, the 8th batter of the inning for Sebring. Already 5 in here in the first. That one is outside for ball 2. Spring Hill American waiting in the wings. They beat their Spring Hill National counterparts 4-0 in an elimination game earlier. 3-2 the count. And the payoff pitch swung on, and that's hit well to left field. Left fielder going back, and it is just foul. Home run distance, but foul by about 3 feet. We had to wait. It had the distance, just not the accuracy. Just got in front of that one. So Brody Green's had a couple hard hit balls. He's looking skyward like, I can't believe that. As his teammates buzz. Carter comes over and gives him bumps, saying, you're all right. Green missed a double by a few feet and now a solo shot by just a few feet. The payoff pitch is swung on, poked into right center. The right fielder going over and at the track makes the catch. As Dakota Vargas nearly backed into the fence to make that catch. And that'll do it for the top of the first, but Sebring erupting for 5.
Okeechobee, your bid count is 27.
On 4 hits. The biggest one, a 3-run shot by Rhett Vaughn. We will head to the bottom of the first. Okeechobee will send the following lineup to the plate against Sebring pitcher Donovan Lusby. 21 is Blaine Boyer at shortstop. 3 is Caleb Cruz in left. 4 is Juan Tiarina, the third baseman. 10 is the pitcher Hunter Daniels. 13 is Karis Johns in second base. 9 is Dakota Vargas in right. 2 is Caden Whidden, the first baseman. 19 is Zyron Flores behind the plate. 35 is Charlie Miko. 7 is Trace Ellerby in center field. 1 is Jason Jolly. And 23 is Diaz Betancourt. Willie Hall is the Okeechobee manager with Gino Vargas, Gene Daniels, the assistant coaches. That lineup again, Boyer, Cruz, Tiarina, Daniels, Johns, Vargas, Whidden, Flores, and Miko, Ellerby, Jolly, and Betancourt. The defensive alignment for Sebring. On the infield from left to right, from third to first, number 9 is Rhett Vaughn. 3 is Benny Bakar. 42 is Jaden Garrett. 11 is Austin Joyner. The outfield from left to right is number 4, Chase 70. 21, Jamari Welch. And 2 is Trevor Carter. Behind the plate, number 23 is Clayton Evans. And Donovan Lusby, number 35, on the mound. Will Sebring again is the Sebring manager. Colin Evans, Wes Vaughn, the assistant coaches as well. Lusby will take a few more warm-up tosses, and we'll be back in a minute here on JockJive.com.
The Sportsmanship Award is one of the most coveted awards to be won at this Dixie Youth Baseball Tournament. Sportsmanship is playing hard to win, but realizing all cannot become winners. It is being a gracious loser and even more a gracious winner. Good sportsmanship involves such matters as fair play, keen rivalry, but careful observance of the rules, courtesy, and a generous attitude toward an opponent. To be considered for an award for sportsmanship, a team must, 1, demonstrate good conduct and positive attitude by all players and coaches, both on and off the field. Number 2, be prompt and participate in all scheduled activities throughout the tournament. 3, have fans that show good conduct and attitude toward umpires and opposing teams. And 4, be neat in appearance and dress of both team and coaches at all times. We ask all in attendance here at this Dixie Youth Tournament join the coaches and players in making these qualifications the rule of behavior while attending these tournament games. Let's make this year a wonderful year of fun and great memories.
Back here at Sebring, where Okeechobee's Blaine Boyer will lead things off against Donovan Lusby, whose Sebring teammates lead 5-0 after a half inning. First pitch is going to miss outside for ball 1. The 1-0 swing and a miss. Chased one up in the zone there. I believe he got a piece of the umpire, too. And shout out to those guys. They're earning their keep this week for sure. 1-1 the count. The 1-1, that's going to miss outside for ball 2. Again, Blaine Boyer, Caleb Cruz, Juan Tiarina for Okeechobee here. Hunter Daniels will bat it should anybody reach. The 2-1 swung on, fouled back. Makes it 2-2. Again, if this score holds, it's Sebring and Spring Hill American for the state championship. Spring Hill will have to beat them twice. Again, Spring Hill already has a team in the World Series. Their machine pitch team will represent Team Florida. The 2-2 is going to miss low and away for ball 3. Okeechobee also represented. They finished runner-up 2 weeks ago, so they'll be the coach pitch representative. And that starts July 28th. The 2-2 is a strike, 3 called.
Now batting number 3, Caleb Cruz.
Strikeout number 1 for Donovan Lusby as Caleb Cruz, left fielder who threw 76 pitches yesterday, so he's ineligible to pitch today. Bats from the right side. The pitch missing up for ball 1. As got a good amount of cloud cover today, and the clouds are winning at the moment with the sun between us and the clouds. Which means maybe the temperature drops a degree or 2 at the most. That's outside for ball 2. And Robert Williamson, the owner of the company, will be bringing you that AAA final, or the Ozone final rather, here 10 a.m. tomorrow with Spring Hill American and to be determined. The pitch is a swing and a foul straight back. Cruz on top of that pitch. I believe, if I remember right, that Sebring is still alive in the AAA division, but I cannot recall off the top of my head. The pitch up and in for ball 3. Sebring was eliminated in the AAA. I should know that. I've been watching that field all weekend. The pitch is swung on, popped up on the infield. A shortstop underneath it says, I got it, and he'll put it away. That is Benny Bakar for out number 2.
Now batting number 24, Juan Tiarina.
Tijerina, Juan Tiarina. Apparently, I want to say his little brother and dad are player and manager of Okeechobee's AAA team. Pitch to Tiarina is low and away for ball 1. In Lumberton, North Carolina, the desired spot for the last of these 3 teams. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Almost hit the walkie-talkie right behind home plate. Walkie-talkie is affixed to the fence where coaches they communicate their defensive subs. The 1-1 pitch is upstairs for ball 2. Again, that'll be the finale of our Dixie Summer. It'll start on August the 4th and will run through Thursday the 10th in Lumberton, North Carolina. The 2-1 is a strike 2 call. The Coach Pitch and Machine Pitch World Series will be the weekend before, starting on the 28th, and it'll run through July 31st. Pitch, curveball missing outside. That'll run the count full. And the 3 flags still remaining out in the outfield are limp. No wind to see it all out there. The payoff pitch is swung on. Back up the box. A base hit. Center fielder, thought about throwing to first, but couldn't field it cleanly as Lusby nearly got his head taken off as Tiarina laced one back up the box. 2-out single will bring Hunter Daniels to the plate.
Number 10, Hunter Daniels.
So it's pitcher against pitcher here as Daniels takes a ball outside. Welch was hoping to field that ball cleanly and throw a strike to first, but just could not field the ball cleanly as it came to him. And looking at his size, he's capable of throwing somebody out from there. That swung on, hit into center field, on the run. Oh, he can't make the diving catch. You have runners at first and second. Looked like he got a good jump on it, but then when he dove, just could not get a good clean glove on it. So 2 runners on here for Okeechobee for Karis Johns. So a prime opportunity for Okeechobee to try to get back in this ball game. Lusby's pitch is a strike called. Hear the crowd whipping around in the crowd mic down below, so wind picking up at least a little bit. Again, it is Juan Tiarina at second, Hunter Daniels at first for Okeechobee, and the 0-1 to Karis Johns is low for ball 1. Dakota Vargas hopes to bat this inning. He waits on deck. 5-0 our score. Sebring, with Rhett Vaughn's 3-run homer being the big hit. The 1-1 is swung on and fouled. I believe Johns may have gotten that off the handle of the bat, may have hit the hands. Yes, he's shaking that left hand a little bit. Of course, you hit the ball on the handle of the bat, you're going to have a wicked vibration go through your hands. So he's still shaking out that left hand a little bit. Lusby a pitch away from getting out of a jam here. The 1-2 pitch headed home. It is swung on and missed for strike 3. So a pair of strikeouts in the inning for Donovan Lusby as Okeechobee leaves 2 runners on.
Sebring, your pitch count is 22.
So we're through 1. We'll go to the top of the second when we get back. Sebring looking to punch their ticket to the championship game. They lead 5-0. And you're listening to JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball fans, did you know that in this season there were $72,000 scholarships awarded to deserving high school seniors throughout the 11 states in which Dixie Youth Baseball is played? Dixie Youth Baseball has now given over $1,240,000 to former Dixie Youth players and scholarships. Any high school senior who has played Dixie Youth Baseball is eligible to apply for a scholarship. The Dixie Youth Scholarship Program, just one of the good things that are a part of this program. Every league in Dixie Youth Baseball sets their sights each year on the Dixie Youth Baseball World Series. In August, champions in the Majors Division, the AAA Division, or the Ozone Division from each state compete for the #1 position in Dixie Youth Baseball. Why not combine your vacation with a week of championship youth baseball at the Dixie Youth World Series?
Back here in Sebring, where number 35, Charlie Miko, is now in right for Dakota Vargas. So the outfield is Cruz, Ellerby, and now Miko for Okeechobee. Again, just to reiterate, DYB rules, all 12 batters bat the first time through the lineup, then it's 1 through 9 the rest of the way. Coaches can insert 10, 11, and 12 at their discretion offensively, either as pinch hitters or runners, as long as all 12 players play 3 consecutive defensive outs. It'll be 9, 10, 11 here for Sebring. Carter, Garrett, 70 for Sebring, who erupted for 5 in the top of the first. Rhett Vaughn with the big 3-run homer.
Batting number 2.
Be sure to follow Jock Jive on Twitter and Facebook. On Twitter, we are at Jock Jive, and on Facebook, simply put Jock Jive Sports in the search engine. We give you scores, schedules, game highlights, event updates, and more. Twitter and Facebook, a great way to keep up with Jock Jive Sports as the left-handed hitting Trevor Carter steps in. Batter number 9, playing position 9 in the field. And the first pitch is swung on and hit well to right, and the right fielder's going to watch it fly as it goes over the, I guess you call it the blue monster here in right field. And one pitch, it's 6-0. No doubt about that one. As Garrett congratulates him as he'll get bumps from his teammates as he heads back to the dugout. In the second inning in a row, leadoff man has reached. Sebring entertaining thoughts of getting out of this heat early today. That's going to be ball one low. In the run rule is 15 after 3 and 10 after 4. As a home plate umpire said, I'm running out of baseballs. Of course, we saw him up here moments ago. Mr. Tony Smith, State Director of Florida, will, once that ball comes back up here, he'll autograph it and he'll present it to him at the end of the game. That one's hit to left field, and it's over the left fielder's head. It's going to roll to the fence. That'll be at least 2 for Jaden Garrett, and he'll be standing with a double.
Now batting number 4.
As Team Sebring threatening to run away with this one. As Chase 70 to the plate. I believe this is a 200-foot fence here on this field. 205. That last one of Carter's had to have gone at least 230. And again, over the high fence, I guess it's about what? 15 feet, 20 feet. 20-foot blue monster here, for lack of a better description. Sebring choking up on the bat a little bit. He swings and fouls that one back. Then 5 in the first. Solo shot by Carter here in the second has made it 6-0 Sebring. As the bluff throw to second chases Garrett back to the bag. Garrett with about a 2.5-step lead. Shortstop dogging him over there. That's Blaine Boyer. He's off on the pitch, the swing, and it's hit to center field. The center fielder chasing, can't get to it. Lucky for Garrett, he would have been doubled off. He's going to come around to score. The throw coming home, not in time. Garrett was 2/3 of the way to third as that ball was coming down. Most likely would have been doubled off. So the RBI single by 70. And it's a touchdown lead for Sebring.
Austin Joyner.
It's Austin Joyner to the plate. Again, the Okeechobee outfielders playing awfully deep, so anything that's popped up in front of them is going to be a long run for them as that one dropped in front of Trace Ellerby. The pitch is a swing and a miss. Joyner, the final batter in the lineup. Another one that looks like a high schooler. And he's batting 12th. The 0-1 to Joyner. He's off on the pitch. That is ripped over the left third baseman's head. Into the corner. Oh, as the runner trips and falls around the base, but he's going to score easy. As 70 took a tumble as he rounded third.
Now batting number 3, Benny Bacar.
And it is 8-0. It's the second inning in a row that the first 4 have reached. Actually, 6 in a row reached to start the first inning. Benny Bacar singled and scored in the first inning. 2 home runs already for Sebring. And we're only in the second. The pitch to Bacar, change up a good one for strike. Throw down won't be in time as Joyner steals second. Getting about a 2-step lead for Joyner over at second. And the pitch from Daniels, low and in the dirt. Blocked. It's 1-1. Again, 5 in the first, 3 so far in the second, and oh yeah, there's nobody out. So Sebring's doing anything but being gracious hosts as they are just pounding the baseball on all their opponents. I think their season or their tournament low is 8 runs. And they did that in 2 of their 3 games. They put up 11 over Spring Hill American, who awaits in the championship game. Pitch to Bakar is low. Count 2-1. Benny with 1 N in the first name, Bikar. Leadoff man here for Sebring, who singled and scored his first time. The 2-1 pitch, ground ball, and that's going to get through for a base hit. They will send the runner around third. He will score. It is 9-0. Bakar now 2 for 2 with an RBI.
23, Clayton Evans.
Sebring possibly looking to end this thing in 3 innings. Clayton Evans singled his first time up. The pitch, runner off on the pitch, is going to be outside, and he'll be standing. He won't even throw down. Getting 5 in the first, 4 so far here in the second. Got a 2.5-step lead for Bakar. He's going to be off again. Actually, he'll go back. Bluffed the throw. Got all the way out of the dirt circle around second and headed back. It's now 2-0. Again, 9-0. Sebring up big here early. The 2-0 to Clayton Evans is low, and it hits Evans, which means Bakar's going to have to go back. That's an advantage for Okeechobee. It'll keep the force on there at third base anyway. As Rhett Vaughn, who homered his last time, has Willie Hall, the manager, out there, and I haven't seen him take the ball Daniels yet, but as he talks to them. If you want a download of any game this week's tournament, they're only $5 each. Just email info@jockjive.com. Again, that's info, I-N-F-O, @jockjive.com. Tell us what games you want, and we will send an electronic invoice that allows you to pay by debit or credit card, and these will be on their way to you. That's info@jockjive.com for a keepsake you'll want to have for a lifetime. As they will stay with Daniels again, as we mentioned earlier. Caleb Cruz ineligible to pitch today after throwing 76 yesterday. And Rhett Vaughn, who hit a 3-run homer his first time, comes up again with 2 runners on. Wind blowing slightly from right to left. And the pitch, low and away, gets by the catcher, and the runners will each advance a base. Again, a 3-run homer to left center by Rhett Vaughn his first time as the wind picks up a little bit, blowing from right to left. And the pitch is a strike, giving things at 1-1. And Hunter Daniels looking to get out of a jam. The pitch low, gets past the catcher. The runners will stay put as the ball bounced back toward the infield. Flores getting to it. And it's now 2-1. George Sebring waiting on deck. The host rolling in this one, 9-0. So 35-4, a combined score for Sebring through 3 games and change. And the pitch, that's going to miss outside. And, he stutter-stepped twice, and Bakar will head back as, again, ball bounced back to Flores. Again, there's no more than 15 feet from the plate to the backstop, so as long as it bounces back to the catcher, he's going to keep that runner there at third base and second in this case. Count 2-1 here to Vaughn. The pitch. Swung on, and that one's hit a ton to left center, and that gets out of here in a hurry. Another 3-run shot for Rhett Vaughn. That ball didn't look like it got no more than 25 feet off the ground, and it got out in a hurry. A pair of 3-run homers, and this one is getting ugly. 12-0. So Grandma Crisp is going to be a happy grandma today, as I think that is it for Hunter Daniels. So I believe we've got a new pitcher, and we'll go ahead and take a break here on JockJive.com.
Did you know a child may start in the Dixie program at or below age 6 and continue through age 19? Yes, there's an opportunity for youth 6 through 19 to enjoy baseball in Dixie. Dixie Youth, Dixie Boys, Dixie Majors. If your league is not a part of these baseball programs, contact a Dixie official for information and bring your child up in Dixie. What makes Dixie Youth Baseball different? Well, one good rule is required participation. During the local season, every player on every team is required to play in every game, and all tournament players are required to bat at least once in every game. It's not a perfect rule, but it's much more than most youth baseball organizations do, and it allows each baseball player to be an active participant. Just being a part of each win or loss means so much to the child. They just want to belong, and Dixie Youth Baseball sees to it that they do by making this a regular rule. We think this is a step in the right direction, the child's direction.
Back here at Sebring, I'm not the biggest country fan in the world. I don't know who sings it. There's something in the water. Well, there is something in the water here at Sebring. That is 3 home runs here in the ballgame. 2 by Rhett Vaughn, who's got 6 RBIs. It is 12-0 as Blaine Boyer, the new pitcher, so he and Daniel swap positions. Daniel now at short. Jock Jive Sports Productions works small events and large, from T-ball to the Toyota Center, youth sports to collegiate, audio only to a full-scale production for ESPN. We do it all. To find out how we can cover your team or event, email info@jockjive.com. If you are looking for class and comfort all rolled into one luxurious but very affordable package, you will want to stay at the Residence Inn by Marriott. Located on Tubbs Road in Sebring, they are near everything that makes a stay convenient and enjoyable. Their service is second to none, and the Residence Inn is staffed by people who genuinely care about the youth of our community and aren't afraid to show it. The Residence Inn in Sebring, come take up residence with us. Back to the action here. It is George Sebring. Strike called. 7 have reached base. 7 have come to the plate. All 7 have come in to score here in this top of the second. Pitch to Sebring. Misses up for ball 1. So again, the run rules are 15 after 3 and 10 after 4. Sebring looking to end it in at least 4 innings here. That one is 1 hop past the catcher, the backstop, 2-1. So unless there's a miracle comeback, it is Sebring and Spring Hill American for the second time. Sebring 11-1 winners in 4 on Sunday over Spring Hill American. And wild pitch gets away. Just in case it isn't bad enough already, you've got Sebring and Todd as Sebring draws the walk. Sebring, one of a handful of players that looks like he's high school age already, and another one coming up here in Jamari Welch, who doubled and drove in a run his first time. Time is called. I believe this is Will Sebring coming out and having a discussion with the home plate umpire. Not sure what it could be about. But his team is up 12-0 here. And I guess the meeting breaks. So we have games going on right now in the T-ball division with Mike Rideout and Art Shendell bringing you the action in the AAA division. I'll be back in the AAA division tomorrow. Robert Williamson will be in this chair tomorrow to bring you the championship game or games. Sebring hoping it's the former. And the pitch to Jamari Welch is going to be low and in the dirt. Wild pitch will advance Sebring to second. And Welch doubled, drove in a run in the first inning, but apparently overran second base and was tagged out. Again, Okeechobee and Spring Hill, the team waiting tomorrow, already have teams in the World Series. The pitch is a swing and a miss by Welch. Spring Hill beat Okeechobee in the championship game of the Machine Pitch State Tournament. So Spring Hill will be in the Machine Pitch Tournament, Okeechobee in the Coach Pitch. The 0-1. That one is hit a ton to left center. Goodbye. 14-0. Home run number 4. And hopefully Tony Smith has enough baseballs for us up here, because that's 4 now he's going to have to give back to players. Again, 9 have reached 9 to the plate, 9 runs. 3 home runs in this inning. As Dalton Todd to the plate, he is the 10th batter this inning. 2 home runs for Rhett Vaughn. He's got 6 RBIs. Solo shot by Trevor Carter. 2-run shot by Jamari Welch. And the pitch to Todd is upstairs for a ball. I think the one that Welch just hit might be the longest one of the 4. Pitch. Oh, it gets him in the helmet. It was a gray shot. He appears to be okay. And still nobody out.
Now batting number 35, Donovan Lusby.
As Donovan Lusby to the plate. He grounded out to short his first time. The pitch, a swing and a miss. Now, if it is Sebring that goes on to win this tournament, Team Florida is going to have a heck of a time that second week. As again, Mariana, I believe the final tally was 67-4 as they won that state tournament. And they have about 3 or 4 high school age size kids as well. But their pitching struck out 57 out of 66 outs. So the Sunshine State's going to have a lot to look forward to in a couple weeks. The pitch swung on over the head of the shortstop. It's going to roll all the way to the fence. That'll score a run, and that should be a double for Donovan Lusby. Nope, a long single. Good hustle by the outfield to keep him to that single. Lusby does get an RBI. It is now 15-0. The 15 runs is by far the most scored. Brody Green The 12th batter of the inning. The pitch is a strike call. The most scored in a game in this Ozone tournament is this 15. The second most is Sebring's 11 against Spring Hill National. The pitch, that one is hit a ton to left center field, and they're going to watch that one fly. The merry-go-round continues. 4 homers in the inning, 5 for the tournament. 5 for the game, rather. It is 17-0. Okeechobee eliminated East Lakeland 8-5 to get to this game. The 8 runs, that's Okeechobee is the only other team that has scored 8 in this tournament. Sebring has done it in all 4 games, and that'll be it for Blaine Boyer. So I have a new pitcher when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Sportsmanship is one of the goals of Dixie Youth Baseball. At times, we see good sportsmanship displayed by everyone, except for some adults. We feel that as adults, regardless of whether or not they're active in the program, they're supposed to set a good example. Everyone can do this as they sit in the stands cheering for their favorite team. Be a good example of sportsmanship. Yell for, not against a team. In this way, you can set a good example of sportsmanship. Fans are as much a part of the game as the umpires, so be a good fan by cheering for your team and not against the other.
New pitcher is going to be Caden Whidden coming in from first base. So Hunter Daniels will move over to first, and Blaine Boyer will go back to his original spot at short. So your infield for Okeechobee, Tiarina, Boyer, Johns, and now Daniels. As he warms up, just a recap of this second inning. Solo shot by Trevor Carter led it off, then a double by Garrett. RBI single by 70, single by Joyner. RBI single by Bakar. Clayton Evans hit by a pitch, a 3-run shot by Rhett Vaughn, his second of the game, followed by a walk to Sebring, 2-run shot by Jamari Welch. Dalton Todd was hit by a pitch, RBI single Donovan Lusby, and a 2-run shot by Brody Green. So 12 runners have come to the plate, and all 12 have scored here in the second. And at the very least, Okeechobee's got to find a way to get Sebring out 6 times, because this thing's got to go at least 3. And at this rate, there's no telling how out of control this score will end up. Coming this summer on JockJive.com, Dixie Baseball, Cal Ripken World Series, the NJCAA Women's Basketball All-Star Weekend, and a whole lot more. Yes, there are plenty of reasons to come back often to JockJive.com. Again, don't forget to subscribe to the Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. Tony Smith's going to need a wheelbarrow to haul all those home run balls out here at the end of this one. Hopefully he still has enough of those plastic cases for the home run balls. Again, 2 home runs by Rhett Vaughn. 2 3-run shots, a 2-run shot by Welch. 2-run shot by Brody Green. Solo shot by Trevor Carter, who will lead this inning, will be the first batter that Caden Whidden sees, and I think Sebring's going to have a change to make. Imagine if you're the Sebring coach, you got to make sure to get all those 3 defensive subs in sooner than later, because there may not be a later. He's past the third if this keeps up. Trevor Carter. And he'll take that pitch up and away for ball one. Carter hit a solo homer over that blue monster in right. The pitch swung on, ground ball. Nice try by the second baseman trying to knock it down, but that'll get into left or right center for a base hit.
Now batting number 4, Chase Sebring.
So 13 in a row have reached. So to the top of the lineup is Benny Bakar, lifted for Chase 70, and he takes ball one. The pitch. Behind 70, it'll be ball two. We have our little makeshift Sears Tower up here in the press box. 5 plastic cases with baseballs in them. The pitch swung on, ground ball. Shortstop has it played perfectly. Bobbles, recovers over to second, and they got him. That'll go 6-4 on the fielder's choice. And that is the first out of the inning.
23, Clayton Evans.
And Carter nearly made it there safely as the shortstop, Boyer, bobbled, recovered, and flipped to Johns, covering for 1 out. Clayton Evans to the plate. The pitch swung on, hit to right center, but the park will hold this one. The right fielder will put it away for out number 2. Here comes Rhett Vaughn again with 2 home runs already. Three-run homer in the first, 3-run homer earlier in this inning. Just to give you an idea, we're in the top of the second. We're almost an hour into our broadcast. Pitch to Vaughn is low for a ball. The pitch, 1 hop to the catcher, ball 2. The 2-0 to Vaughn, he takes strike 1. Now I'm really glad I did not park behind one of these fences. I parked all the way out on the street, so I'm safe. And this field can't touch it. That one is outside for ball 3. Again, 70, the runner at second. And the pitch, that's outside for ball 4, so they don't want any more of Rhett Vaughn as he draws the walk. Runners at first and second. And I think we have a batter, Austin Joyner, going to bat for Sebring. Joyner singled and scored a run earlier in the second inning as the number 12 batter. The 17th batter of the inning. The pitch. Big swing and a miss. He's trying to get in the home run parade there. The pitch upstairs for ball 1. Sebring doing their best Bryce Harper impression here today. Harper won the home run derby last night. All-Star game tonight. The 1-1, he tries to hold up his swing, but can't. It's now 1-2. We are now over the 1 hour mark in the broadcast, and we're only in the top of the second. The pitch, low and away. See some of the Spring Hill players down below. That no wonder, can't tell what's going on through their mind. They're probably thinking, hopefully they get this all out of their system today. That's over the head of the batter. They're probably thinking, yeah, get it all out of your system today. Runner off on the pitch. That is up for ball 4. Bases loaded.
Now batting number 21, Jamari Wells.
Sebring has now scored 44 runs in this tournament. And here comes Jamari Welch, who already hit a 2-run homer. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Well, I was just about to say, we have not seen a grand slam yet. Welch was looking to do just that as he about came out of his shoes on that one. 0-1. And the pitch, swing and a miss, strike 2. He got his money's worth with those 2 swings. If I'm Whitney here, I'm throwing nothing but off speed. The 0-2. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Normally you would think when you leave the bases loaded you're going to be upset as a coach, but not the case. 12 runs with the help of 4 home runs, and the top of the second for Okeechobee has finally come to an end. We go to the bottom of the second. It is 17-0 Sebring. Again, you're listening to the 2018 Florida DYB Ozone State Tournament here on JockJive.com.
Dixie Youth Baseball is dedicated to building the youth within our community to become responsible citizens tomorrow. The real goal of the program is to teach fair play, honesty, and love of God and country. Those who play Dixie Youth Baseball are generally better for life as a result of the lessons they learn in how to meet and accept as members of a team and in the game of competition. Help us in the Dixie Youth program by offering your services as an adult volunteer. Lend a hand to our youth. There's no greater calling.
Back here in Sebring, where the host team's going to get all their defensive changes done here in this bottom of the second, as George Sebring is now in left for Chase 70. 00's Dalton Todd. He's in right for Trevor Carter. And the new pitcher, number 13, is Brody Green. Scratch that. It is 11 Joyner. My mistake. So Austin Joyner has gone to the pitcher's mound, and maybe Green has gone to first. Just realized something here, just a matter of math here. It is 6, 7, and 8 for Okeechobee, and all 12 batters have to bat. So Okeechobee has to have a couple runners get on base. 7 more batters, so somebody has to get on base in the next 2 innings, or
Now batting number 9,
or Sebring would get to another at-bat in the 4th. I mean, you don't want to tell your pitcher not to throw strikes, but can't help but wonder if they may give up a free pass or two so all 12 batters can bat by the 3rd inning. But we'll see. The pitch to Dakota Vargas is outside for ball 1. We'll go ahead and stay on at the end of this one for the home run presentations, all 5 so far. The pitch. Chopper, right side, second baseman has it, over to first, and they got him, 4-3.
Now batting number 2.
As Caden Whitten started at first, he's now on the mound. Yes, that score is right. 17-0 in the second. 5 in the first and 12 in the second, including 4 home runs. 5 so far for Sebring. With Brett Vaughn hitting 2 of them, a pair of 3-run shots. The pitch swung on and fouled back. Good cut there by Whitten. Ball and a strike. So it's looking like it'll be Sebring and Spring Hill American in the championship game on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. And Spring Hill American's got to beat them twice. The pitch. It's a low for ball 2. Count now is 44-4. Pitch by Joyner. Does he go around? Yes. Strike 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss for strike 3. Third strikeout by Sebring pitching in the ball game will bring up Zyron Flores. Flores, the number 8 batter in the lineup. The pitch swung on, popped up on the infield. Catcher has it. Pitcher will make the play for out number 3. So 3 up, 3 down here in the second. We go to the top of the third. Sebring up 17-0. Again, you are listening to the 2018 Florida DYB Ozone State Tournament here on JockJive.com.
We invite your support and contributions to the Dixie Youth Scholarship Fund. Offering financial assistance to hundreds of former players was not accomplished easily. Funds for these scholarships came from many sources, including donations. We ask you to consider making a contribution and by doing so, help more graduates from Dixie Youth Leagues to continue their education. All money collected for the Scholarship Fund is given for scholarships. No funds are kept for administrative purposes. If you would be interested in knowing more about the scholarship program, contact one of the officials at this tournament. They will provide information and explain what to do. On behalf of those who have received scholarships in the past years, may we express our appreciation for your support of the scholarship program. Thanks to you, it's working.
Are you a friend of Jock Jive on Facebook? Do you follow us on Twitter? Have you subscribed to our YouTube channel? If you aren't, don't, and haven't, please do. We are growing exponentially and want you to keep up with us. Plus, we want to stay in touch with you. So go to the homepage of JockJive.com to like us, follow us, and subscribe on Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube. We'll jock and roll together.
Back here at Sebring, coming this fall to JockJive.com, SWAC football, soccer and volleyball, Tuskegee football, the ACCC game of the week, Great American Rivalries, HBCU football, Navarre and Baker High School football, Georgia Military College football, Gulf South Conference soccer, and more. Check us out often. We are Jock Jive Sports. At the Inn on the Lakes in Sebring, you will enjoy the luxury of casual yet elegant surroundings that are as pleasing to the eye as they are comfortable and relaxing. With more than 155 spacious, beautifully decorated guest rooms and suites, you can experience the best that Sebring, Florida hotels have to offer. At Inn on the Lakes, you'll be afforded all the comforts of home in addition to stunning views that overlook the lakes and the finest hospitality around. To find out more, go to innonthelakes.com or call 1-800-431-5253. Again, that is INN on the Lakes.com.
Now batting 00, Dalton Todd.
As Dalton Todd will lead off. after Sebring sent 18 batters to the plate in the second. So it'll be Todd, Lusby, and Green are the scheduled batters, but it looks like Jaden Garrett is swinging a bat in the on-deck circle. Jaden was the 10th batter. So again, it looks like it's going to be Sebring and Spring Hill American at 10 a.m., and Spring Hill American will have to beat them twice. Sebring in 4 innings on Sunday won 11-1. So Spring Hill American will have a ton of work to do tomorrow. I'd be curious to know how many state championships Sebring has won over the years. I guarantee it's a lot. Imagine there may not even be room upstairs here for all their trophies. Again, as we mentioned earlier, that group back in the early 2010s won back-to-back World Series and finished runner-up in 2012. Won the AAA, won the Ozone the next year, and finished runner-up the year after that in the Ozone. Pitch is up for a ball. I'm actually looking down the right field line on that blue monster. It looks like Sebring won Ozone 3 years in a row, 09, 10, and 11, and then won it again in 2014. So that's, 4 in a 7-year span or something like that. Oh, 4 in 6 years, actually. So this would be, if they win this one, this will be their 5th state title in a decade in this division. The pitch to Dalton Todd is up for a ball. Also won, this particular group won the World Series in the AA back in 2014. That's going to be a 4-pitch walk to Dalton Todd. He's been on base 3 times. 2 hit by pitches and now a walk.
Jaden Garrett.
So Garrett will bat for Lusby here. Garrett doubled and scored in his at bat in the second. The pitch up and away, throw back down to first. Runner apparently back. So now there's the prospect when we go to the bottom of the third that an Okeechobee batter has to reach base. Otherwise we go to the fourth because every batter's got to bat once. That's a strike. And Caden Whidden, the third pitcher of the day for Okeechobee, he throws a foul ball out of play. Again, if they're still going when we get off the air, we encourage you to check out the T-ball and AAA action that will still be going on. Mike Rideout bringing you the T-ball. Art Schendel, the AAA game, that one's going to miss up for a ball. And the runner at first is staying put. As Coach Willie Hall coming out here to talk to his pitcher, who I don't know if it's the heat or what. He just doesn't seem that interested right now. So he's going to be pulled as pitcher number 4 will come into the game. And we'll figure that out when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Here are some things you may not know about Jock Jive. We're one of the nation's premier sports production companies. From audio only to full-scale video productions, we can do it all. Our list of clients is continuing to grow and includes the Southwestern Athletic Conference, Gulf South Conference, NJCAA, Georgia Collegiate Athletic Association, Alabama Community College Conference, Perfect Game, Great American Rivalries, youth sports like Dixie, American Legion, Babe Ruth, plus a litany of high schools, junior colleges, and more. We've worked with names I bet you recognize, like Johnny Manziel, Trent Dilfer, Doug Williams, Monty Coleman, and more. And we travel to practically every part of the country, from New York to California, Florida to Minnesota, and everywhere in between. Here's another thing you may not know. We are ready to come to work for you. That's right, we have a package to fit practically every budget. Just go to jockjive.com and contact us to get international coverage for your next sporting event. Your athletes deserve the best. They deserve Jock Jive.
Back here at Sebring, where Diaz Betancourt will be the fourth pitcher of the day for Okeechobee. I think it's Brooksville and Avon Park in the T-ball, but I'm not sure on that. That's the final of the winners bracket. Okeechobee and Brooksville. So Okeechobee's got games going on adjacent fields. And the action will start at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning with Sebring and Spring Hill American in the state championship here in the Ozone, and Spring Hill American will have to... Sebring does this thing where their whole team comes out of the dugout and kneels down and watches the pitcher. Little intimidation thing. As Jaden Garrett will step to the plate. Pitch to Garrett is upstairs for ball 3. It was, I believe, a 2-2 count when Whidden came off the mound. The pitch is going to miss up for ball 4. And 2 runners on for Sebring.
Batting, number 13, Brody Green.
Text from the 863 area code says, great job, Sebring. We hate to see our Okeechobee boys lose, but family comes first. We love you, Austin Joyner. Joyner has a single and a run scored. And he also walked. This is from Kyler and Corbin, that last text. That one is hit down the left side foul. Give you an idea of how Sebring is stacked up against the competition. This is the most runs scored by anybody in a tournament game. The second one belongs to Sebring, and a tie for third. 2 by Sebring, and 1 from Okeechobee. That is swung on and missed for strike 2. It's 1-2. Brody Green hit a 2-run homer his last time. That was in that 12-run second. The pitch swung on, fouled straight back. So again, the number you see on your screen is the shout-out line for today only. I'm going to be heading back to the AAA field tomorrow. The 1-2 pitch, up and away for ball 2. Again, it is Dalton Todd at second, Jaden Garrett at first. All 12 batters have scored at least once. The pitch upstairs, now 3-2. The first 12 batters in that second inning all scored. So Picard, Evans, Vaughn, Sebring, and Todd have all scored twice. That's a swing and a miss for strike 3.
Now batting, number 2, Trevor Carter.
Trevor Carter with a solo shot is first at bat in the second, then later hit a single. So 70 will bat again for Bakar, so Bakar's day is done. Carter with a solo shot over the blue monster down there in right field. 1 of 5. We have our little baseball tower up here in the press box. And that one to the fence. Everybody will stay put. Mr. Tony Smith will need some help carting those balls downstairs, and all the players the home run recipients will get those at the end of the game. We'll stay on so you can hear that. I don't know if they keep records here in the state of Florida, but 5 home runs in one game. They do at the World Series level, so I'd be curious to see how this stacks up. If anything, probably Florida has that with that Sebring team from several years back. That's a swing and a miss. Carter was swinging at 3-0, I believe. Actually, it counts as 2-1. The pitch is going to miss outside for ball 4, and the bases are loaded. Chase Sebring with a single, RBI, and a run scored in the second. Reached on a fielder's choice later in that second inning, so this will be his third at bat. The pitch low, and nobody's going to try to score. I mean, in any other situation, I think you're trying to score on that wild pitch, but I think the message has already been sent. It's 17-0. Pitch is hit into center field. Center fielder running to his right, and he will make the running catch. The runner will tag and score. It's 18-0. 70 with the RBI. As Dalton Todd scores for the third time. As Clayton Evans has a single, a hit by pitch, and a fly out to right. He has scored twice. And oh, by the way, Rhett Vaughn's on deck. The pitch outside. Ball 1. Sebring threatening to break 20. The pitch, and it hit him. Oh, my goodness, and Rhett Vaughn's going to bat with the bases loaded. That is the last thing you want. It reminds me of a story way back in the day when Barry Bonds was breaking McGuire's single-season home run record. There was one time where I think it was Buck Showalter. He walked Bonds with the bases loaded intentionally. Okeechobee has beaten Brooksville 22-19 in T-ball action. The pitch low and away. This might be the intentional walk in the sense they're going to throw everything away. They're not even going to come in the same zip code as Vaughn here. The 2-2 pitch is a strike called. I would imagine they're telling Vaughn to take a pitch because usually that's where you come out of your shoes. Again, it is Garrett at third, Carter at second, Evans at first. That is chopped foul. Just foul. About 1.5 feet. Vaughn with a 3-run homer in the first, a 3-run homer in the second, and he later walked. 6 RBIs. Vaughn is the 7th batter of this inning. The pitch up and in. Now 3-0. There's nowhere to put him. 2-2, 2-2, 3-2. The pitch is inside for ball 4. Vaughn has just driven in his 7th run of the day. As Garrett scores. To make it 19-0. As number 11 Austin Joyner to the plate. Joyner has a single, a run scored, and a walk. Bases full of Sebring players. That pitch is swung on and fouled off the left foot of Joyner. He's flexing it a little bit. Again, Carter at third, Evans at second, Vaughn at first. The pitch is up for a ball. 2-1 the count. The pitch low and in. For ball 3, it's 3-1. Sebring a ball away from scoring 20. The pitch, and it hit him. And there it is. It is 20-0. As Joyner hit by a pitch, Vaughn to second, Evans to third, Carter comes in to score.
Now batting number 21, Jamari.
As Jamari Welch, for the second time in a row, comes up with the bases loaded. He struck out his first time. The pitch, strike. The 0-1 takes one outside. Now 1-1. The 1-1 swung on and fouled out of play. Ball was up and in on his hands, fouled out of play. It's now 1-2. In Welch, he doubled, drove in a run in the first, 2-run homer in the second, and then ended that second inning with a strikeout with the bases loaded. The pitch is swung on and fouled back. Good cut there. Sebring has hit 5 home runs in the ballgame. The pitch, a swing and a miss as Welch strikes out again with the bases loaded. And the third inning has come to an end as Sebring scores 3. Okeechobee comes to bat with 9, 10, 11 coming up. So if Okeechobee goes 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the third, we'll have the fourth. I'll have it for you when we get back here on JockJive.com.
Hey, business owners, looking for a way to reach and rock your potential customer base into checking out your products and services? Then you need to advertise on JockJive.com. We broadcast hundreds of sporting events annually all over the country. Football, baseball, basketball, softball, it's all right here. Whether live or archived, it's on JockJive. Reach the masses. Call 334-488-1385 or email info@JockJive.com. JockJive.com. We are literally taking the world by storm. Last year, more than 3,000 cities worldwide turned into our coverage of football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball. From T-ball to the NCAA Division I athletics, JockJive crews have traveled this nation to provide you the finest in sports coverage. So the next time you need the spotlight clearing on your sports venture, think JockJive.com. Maybe not the only internet sports channel, but the best one.
Back here at Sebring, don't forget to subscribe to the Jock Jive YouTube channel. We stream all Dixie Youth Baseball, most youth sports, and high school football in the fall to our YouTube channel, and you'll want to know first what games are coming your way. So it'll be Miko, Ellerby, and Jolly with Betancourt to bat should anybody reach. And again, Okeechobee needs to get a batter on for the game to possibly end here in the third. Again, it's a Dixie baseball rule, Dixie Youth baseball rule, that all batters must bat at least once. So it's 9, 11, and 12. 9, 10, 11, sorry. As Austin Joyner getting in his final warm-up tosses. So again, 10 a.m., Robert Williamson will have Spring Hill American and Sebring for a trip to Lumberton, North Carolina on the line. Mariana, Spring Hill, and Okeechobee will have World Series representation in the coming weeks.
45, Charlie Miko.
Miko spelled M-I-C-C-O. As the wind picks up from right to left, that one is low and away for ball one. Pitch from Joyner is low and away for ball two. The 2-0, he tries to check his swing, but it's going to be strike one. Arena and Daniels had 2-out singles in the first, but were left on base. Those are the only base runners of the day for Okeechobee. The pitch is a strike two called. Joyner with the 2-2 pitch headed home. It is low for ball three. Payoff pitch from Joyner is strike three called. One out here for Trace Ellerby. A lot of cloud cover here today, but the sun winning out, as every now and then the clouds will cover the sun. Pitch to Ellerby is low for ball one.
Now batting number 7, Trace Ellerby.
Wind whipping those flags out there from right to left. The pitch low and away for ball two. The 2-0 missing upstairs for ball three, so Ellerby a pitch away from drawing a walk, which, barring a inning-ending double play, that 12th batter will get up here in the third. The 3-0, and he walked him. So Sebring just 2 outs away now as the number 11 batter, Jason Jolly, to the plate. The pitch is a strike called. Joyner's 0-1. Chopper, the pitcher has it, bobbles, recovers, throws to second, and it gets away. So an E1, fielder's choice, puts 2 runners on here for Diaz Betancourt, the number 12 batter.
Now batting number 23, Diaz Betancourt.
Pitch from Joyner is swung on and missed for strike one. This will be the second game of the tournament. Sebring has won by the mercy rule as long as Okeechobee doesn't get 6 here. That's popped up out of play, and it's 0-2. Blaine Boyer waiting on deck. Second baseman Garrett bird dogging the runner at second a little bit. The pitch upstairs for ball one. Ball gets away from Joyner, but backing it up is Bakar. So Bakar's still playing in the field at short, just hasn't batted the last 2 times. Again, 20-0. Sebring with a 12-run second. The pitch is swung on and missed for strike 3. So Okeechobee down to its final out as Blaine Boyer struck out looking his first time. Pitch from Joyner outside for ball one. If you're Okeechobee, you're looking for at least a moral victory here. At least try to ruin the shutout bid. Pitch to Boyer is low and away. Throw down, and he's back. Good strong throw there by Evans. And the pitch swung on and missed. It gets away. The runner will take third on that wild pitch. Count now 2-1. So we'll go ahead and turn down my headset mic, and we'll keep the crowd mic up for that post-game ceremony. The pitch is swung on. Ground ball to the shortstop. Throw over to first. And that'll do it. 6-3. And Sebring has advanced to the Ozone State Championship game in resounding fashion. Your final in 3 innings is 20-0. Again, we'll go ahead and keep it on for the post-game ceremonies, the awarding of 5 home run balls by the host team.
The sportsmanship trophy goes to Ozone, Okeechobee. Sportsmanship goes to number 23, Diaz Bittenkirk from Okeechobee. The MVP goes to the whole entire Sebring baseball team. First home run is going to go to Brody Green. Trevor Carter has one. Jamar Welsh also has one home run ball. And Rhett Vaughn leading with 2 home run balls.
So that'll do it for our post-game ceremonies. Okeechobee finishes tied for third. They also won the sportsmanship trophy, if you heard, and then the awarding of all the home run balls. So that's going to be a wrap here from what they call Elks Field on field number 4. The championship game is set. The undefeated Sebring squad taking on Spring Hill American at 10 a.m. Spring Hill American, to win the tournament, has to beat them twice. So that'll do it from here. Jason Thompson signing off, wishing you, wherever you tune in today, a pleasant afternoon.
To Jarino.